Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ms. Marius, for being here to share your story. I was in construction industry for years, and it can be a dangerous job as well if proper precautions are not put in place. And as an employer in the industry, we were focused on ensuring the safety of our employers, and we had, or of our employees, I should say. We had individuals leaving their families, working at our job site every day. We wanted to ensure they went back in the same shape or better shape home to their loved ones every single day. And so we took it personally when there was an injury that affected the lives of one of our employees. I don't know Yulin. I have no idea. In fact, I don't know. In fact, this could be, I don't know if the chairman would want to address this. Was Yulin asked to be part of this hearing here today?
You can address your comments to the.
I know. I just in case you wanted to answer that question.
I appreciate the opportunity. You can ask witnesses questions.
Okay. Thank you. I suspected that may have been the case. I do not know Yulin, but I can tell you this: there's a reason that this hearing wasn't held here for 32 years, because every day there are hearings along this line in a different venue. And at a venue that would be take input from all sides, including the employer. And we have laws in place specifically to ensure that your rights are protected. When there is a bad actor, my experience has been that employers, for the most part, really do care about their employees, about the safety of their employees. I don't know whether Yulin does or not. But certainly there's a judicial process in place. There are laws in place that ensure that bad actors are held accountable. For instance, you mentioned fresh water. I know, in my experience with OSHA, that is a requirement. Maybe perhaps this is a question for Ms. Higgins. When you saw those kind of conditions that you described today, did you complain to OSHA about that?
When I went after my airport tour, and I indeed was able to verify that there's no access to water on the tarmac for anyone working on the ramp, no matter how long they're out there. I wrote a letter to the CEO of Yulin, who lives in Miami, so he's located there, expressing my concerns and just asking him to get together with the workers to try to see if some of these things could be worked out. I mean, some of them are simple, right? If you were CEO of Yulin or I were CEO of Yulin, we could figure out how to strap an igloo cooler to the back of a truck with the bungee cord, like every construction vehicle.
Were you aware there are laws in place to address that specific issue?
Yes, and it took a little while, but OSHA finally did come in.
So did you make a call today?
I did not make a call to OSHA.
All right. I mean, clearly, there are laws in place. There should be laws in place.
Absolutely.
And there's a procedure for employees, and I understand in some cases employers may feel their job is threatened, but there are procedures in place to hold employers accountable when they're bad actors. And again, I don't know whether this is the case or not, but what I do know is this is not a fair procedure to any company to hold this kind of event without having the opportunity for them to participate in it as well. So it's, I'm disturbed that this is being presented in this way without hearing all sides of the situation so that we can make proper judgments, and it's not being done in the place where it should be. Mr. Kalise, is it? You talked about the idea of contracting with other entities. So I come from construction. That happens all the time. Are you suggesting that is an arrangement that we at the federal level should discourage or actually set laws to prevent?
I absolutely would not suggest that. It's okay to contract, and there are industries, the entertainment industry, certainly construction, that work on that model. The issues that I point out is, first of all, in this particular industry, contracting out is increasing. So it's not something that we've seen at the same level throughout the economic history of the industry. It's been increasing, and the wages are lower in the outsourced occupation. So the same job pays different depending on whether it's contracted out.
What are the?
I'm sorry, your gentleman's time's up.
Thank you very much,
All right.
Mr. Chairman.
I just